And so we come to the end of this wonderful book we call Joshua, and to the account of his death. The early words of the book contained the refrain that referred to Moses as the servant of the Lord. This, the greatest of all biblical accolades, is now given in death to Joshua in verse 29. He's not served himself, but faithfully all his life he has put the Lord first. And to faithful Joshua the Lord had himself proved faithful. They buried him, we're told, in the land of his inheritance at Timnath-Serah. However, if Israel was to subsequently fail, it was due to the next generation failing to be the example that he himself had been. We're told Israel served the Lord throughout the time of Joshua and of the elders who outlived him and who had experienced everything the Lord had done for Israel. At which point we might expect the book to close, but no, we're reintroduced to Joseph, or rather to Joseph's bones in verse 32. With this reference we're taken back to Genesis chapter 50 verses 24 to 26. There Joseph had expressed his confidence in the promises of the Lord by expressing the desire to eventually be buried in Canaan. Thus the Lord had been faithful even in death to Joseph's humble trust. Eliezer too, as verse 34 tells us, as Joshua's Aaron had proved as an able right-hand man. As such he also enjoyed the faithfulness of the Lord to his promise, and we are told died and was buried at Gibeah, which had been allocated to his son Phinehas. Thus the remains of these three faithful men were each laid to rest in the land that God had promised to their fathers. The Lord is always faithful to his promises.